Had to do a quick time check. Well, y'all, it's Pride Month, I believe. I'm so happy to be the Pride feature. I'm queer. And something that I talk about a lot is that I feel like queerness in country, rural environments is very subtle, but it's there. And so even if you don't hear it, listen for it a little harder, especially these next few poems. I'm going to do this is called Princess Dresses and Frosting Messes. I grew up on the same hill as my great-grandma Nanny, and she told me stories about her 13 brothers and sisters. What she did not tell me is that her mama, Maggie Jane, and her kids were left by her first husband. What she did not tell me is that her mama, Maggie Jane, took a train from the boondocks into town to work at the hosiery mill to support her kids. My mama told me stories about Maggie Jane, about Granny. She told me that she'd sit for hours crocheting and rocking in her rocking chair in perfect cadence. She told me that she'd ask Granny to make her princess doll another dress, and Granny would say, "All right, honey, you go pick you some yarn out." She'd take the dolls and crochet and sew intricate ball gowns around their plastic bodies as kitties and kiddos ran around. My grandma, Granny's granddaughter, Nanny's daughter, and my mama's mama worked very hard for the little money she had. And she bought me the stand mixer that I have used to hone my favorite crafts of bacon and cake decorating over the last 10 years. One of the first cakes I learned to make years ago was a cake where you bake it in a dome-shaped pan, stick a doll in the top, and pipe buttercream ruffles and swirls to make it look like a princess doll with an intricate dress. I am every woman before me over and over again. My mama was once just a little girl asking her great-grandmother to make her princess doll a new dress. My mother spent my teenage years getting on me for never cleaning up the kitchen after baking. First of all, I get it now. Sorry, Mama. Second of all, I get it now. I owe everything to the good country women before me who worked in the farm, in hosiery manufacturing, in salons, in classrooms, and in the home. The men I knew in my family were nuanced, loving, and hard-working with hard, calloused hands. The women in my family not only survived the conditions of rural life, but also through men leaving or men staying. This is for Maggie Jane, Blanche Juanita, Linda Sue, and Michelle Deneen, who all did what they could to create through surviving so that I could create through living. Last names denote ownership of property, but they are also what gets passed down, what gets remembered, what gets documented. Let this poem hold space for those who made space for me. Let this poem remember and document so that my people, my women, will not be forgotten. Thank you.